The early part of a tournament week is often a time for players to explore the host city. And that's exactly what Mackenzie TOUR PGA Tour Canada players Matthew Perry, David Pastore, and Nathan Tarter did when they ventured out to the Assiniboine Park Conservancy in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
It's quite big.
The Assiniboine Park Conservancy is home to the Journey to Churchill, a new exhibit housing polar bears, musk oxen, Arctic fox, wolves, and other northern species.
Well, Journey to Churchill has been amazing. We've had so many visitors through our doors in the past year. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. It really has given a whole new feel to the Assiniboine Park Zoo. Always positive reactions. As you can sort of hear in the background, there's lots of kids screaming and yelling because there's polar bears swimming in the tunnels right now. So there's so many amazing aspects of this exhibit where people can get closer to the animals and they can experience them in an entirely new way.
Journey to Churchill is the most comprehensive northern species exhibit of its kind in the world. Visitors experience a variety of naturalistic landscapes and animal viewing areas. Interpretive signage and interactive displays invite visitors to learn about biodiversity, climate change, and conservation.
Seeing anything?
One of the most popular spots is definitely the sea ice passage, where you can walk and see the polar bears and the seals swimming over you. It really doesn't matter how many times you see it, it's incredible every time, and that's one of the key highlights for our visitors. You can just be, inches away really. You can put your hand to the glass and have the polar bear's foot right there, so it's quite amazing.
I think it's amazing. In New Zealand, we're about as geographically far away from polar bears as possible, so it's cool to come up and see and learn all about them. They've got the seals next door and they're just being teased by lunch, I think, but they're putting on a good show.
They're pretty huge. It's just cool to do something, outside of the golf tournament. We travel to a lot of places. Get away from the game, take your mind off the course is refreshing.
You don't really realize the size of them until you're sitting right underneath of them, here in the tunnel. It's really cool. Kind of nerve-wracking. You hope there's enough glass between you because they're pretty aggressive animals, but it's really neat. There's no other time where you could ever get that close to something like this.
I absolutely think it's made Winnipeg more of a tourist destination. Journey to Churchill has been the biggest investment that's been made in the Assiniboine Park Zoo in over 30 years. We knew we needed to do something to really get it to that next level and to make people want to come here again, and this exhibit has done just that.
I often go to the zoos when I'm travelling around or got friends come to visit. We'll go check out the zoos. I think it's amazing to keep nature as preserved as possible with, the changing times.
Our guide told us that, it's non-profit now, so to have such a cool thing, a lot of people watching, and seems pretty successful.
I would definitely come back. This whole Journey to Churchill is a really cool setup. Right when you walk in, the doors are tinted blue. It just kind of sets the atmosphere for this Arctic, lifestyle for these animals. Really neat.